Guys, I've got some great news. The UX design space and UX research space is going crazy right now. Everywhere I'm looking, there's a huge demand for UX design, and that's part of the whole pandemic and response to the cloud engineering and needs for e-commerce and e-solutions, website platforms for learning, for business, and for software. So all of this demand is increasing the demand for UX designers and UX researchers, because everybody knows UX design adds value, increases sales, increases loyalty, increases return on investment. So if you want to get in, now is a great time, because there's never been a chance like this. So don't forget to download my free guide on UX design and UX research, and that will really help you. But also, let me just give you a few tips on why you should consider UX design career right now. UX design is something that has become now an intrinsic part of any organization. It's undeniable now that without UX design, no organization can succeed. And now with UX research becoming a career of its own, more and more companies are realizing that UX researchers are just as important as UX designers. And that is because without data, you can't make informed decisions. So the scope of the project really depends on what the pain points are, and there's two aspects to UX design and UX research. I'm talking about them together because UX designers also do UX research. And one is the defects. What are the problems with the website or the app or the application or the software? And the second is enhancements, improvements that you can make. These two things are really needed by all organizations, and it's really interesting to see even today, so many businesses, so many companies even today have terrible UX design, user experience design. And what you'll see is if organizations realize that they need UX designers and UX researchers, and that's the majority now, they realize that with that input from the UX design and the design team, they're going to realize all their defects that are affecting their sales, customer loyalty, conversion rate on sales, and subscriptions. When they realize that the value that we add and how we can change and fix those defects by discovering them in UX research and then prototyping and designing solutions, they start to increase our own demand, because more and more employers realize these people are what we need. So there's a shortage of UX designers, and there's more companies that need our skills. So because of that demand, it's a great time to get in, because everybody's looking for UX designers. The other part is you're going to fix the problems, and the other part is the enhancements. So one part is the defects, and the second is the enhancements, where we improve the software, the website, the application and its design. Users find the user experience much better, and that in terms of for businesses increases their own customers and sales. For example, Zoom's UX design compared to Skype's UX design. Zoom is much more user-friendly, and that's why Zoom grew at an exponential rate over the pandemic compared to Skype, which was quite stagnant, and they had to actually improve Microsoft Teams and move towards that, which has worked really well, rather than Skype itself as a tool for video conferencing and video calls and meetings. So UX design really plays a key role in the success of an organization, and if you can add value by selling yourself, and the way to do that is to really display all your skill set, all the experiences in your portfolio of everything that you've done. And it doesn't have to be real world case. If you haven't got real world experience, you can use case studies. Yes, it's not as desirable, but with the demand right now, you can get into a junior position quite easily. And if you can get to junior position, you can work your way up. So if you have, let's say, one real world example from a colleague or a friend who's in UX design, or a local business, or a family friend has a business that you want to help them with their UX design improvements, and then use that in your portfolio, that could be one, and two could be case studies. But you can get in even with that. I've seen people get in jobs with just case studies and not real world experience. So don't worry about that too much. I think selling yourself is important, and being confident and believing that you can deliver, and that's what's going to get you into UX design and help you build a great career. Now, One more aspect of UX design which I'd like to talk about when it comes to this booming industry is that all of the predictions are, and all the estimates on the demand is that it's exponentially growing. So the next 10, 20 years, you're safe in a UX design career. You can only be growing and growing and growing as more and more organizations are using UX design to improve their products, their sales, and their customer loyalty. So get in while you can and keep growing, keep learning. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. Thank you. This is 1UX1.